Look, we're all for representation. Everybody should feel like they're being represented at some point, in entertainment. I'm not saying every movie needs to have every fucking stripe of life. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, it's nice to be like, oh, yeah, cool, man. I can relate to that character a lot more than I usually can another character. It's nice. It's pretty cool. But, as fat guys, I think that we should never have a fat superhero ever.
Yeah.
Because a fat guy or girl,
not cool looking.
It's never going to look cool, man. And will it be funny? Probably not. It'll be fucking annoying.
Yeah.
There's nothing more annoying than a fat guy trying to be cool in tights. Even if they don't wear tights, it's not going to look good. It's not going to look cool. And look, a large part of the appeal to superheroes is that they're this idyllic form of awesomeness. And let's face it, and I'm not fat shaming because I'm a fat lard myself, but fat guys and gals... Well, I feel like some fat gals could carry off a hot look. Don't get me wrong. But fat guys in general don't look cool. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in some extra work to look cool as a fat guy.
As a fat guy, yeah. Interestingly enough, I mean, this does not apply to villains. Like, villains can be cool fat guys. Like, the Kingpin's fat.
Yeah, I mean he's all muscle, but...
He's fat, though.
I think the caveat that it's explained almost immediately...
Yeah,
that all that is just fucking muscle. He's not fat,
though.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, he's not fat then. He's a muscular guy. Cool. But the suit does help. If he was just a fat lard,
he's got
the suit helps. Like Lex Luthor.
Yeah, looks cool.
Yeah. Like Lex Luthor had a fat era.
Oh man.
And you know what I'm saying? I'll be honest. The fat era Luthor is the least coolest Luthor.
I feel like you're saying Luthor weird.
I like to say Lex Luthor. It's my preferred Luthor.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. You like that?
No.
Good. Anyway, look, of all the Luthor, now I'm just going to emphasize that, of all the Luthor, well, now you just made me exaggerate it.
He's an Odin son?
Yeah, he is. Of all the iterations of Lex Luthor, the fat guy iteration is the least cool. And I'm including that era in like the 50s and 60s where comic was just super corny. He's less cool than that version, But at least, his mind, like you say, the villainous mind has always been... The villainous mind has forgiven deformities and inadequacies in the physical sense forever. So you're right. A fat guy could be a villain more than a hero.
But also, not always. It's not a guaranteed winner. Because
no,
look at the Blob, dude. It looks like ass.
It's not a guaranteed winner.
No,
I'm just saying it could.
Yeah.
However, a fat hero, and yes, for all the comic fans that are like, oh, remember that fat chick hero? She's a thing. Yeah, she is a thing.
That's it.
It's not good. Look, it's just not cool looking. That's the thing. That's the major thing. Imagine look, just a little fantasy here. Everybody wants to fly. Now, that usually goes hand in hand with the whole, power fantasy that superheroes allow us. Now, just imagine a fat guy flying.
Yeah,
the options are limited.
Freaking longhas would be flopping.
First of all, the traditional Superman fly is you're kind of laying down, face down, arms outstretched. What's going to happen to your fat guy? Fucking big-ass gut is going to be literally drooping down like a grotesque teardrop of flesh. How is that cool looking, man?
It wouldn't even be drooping down. It would just be going like this in the wind.
It'd be drooping and flapping.
Yeah.
Droop flap is not a good look.
True.
Period.
That'd be the hero's name, Droop flap.
So the alternative is to do that cool, when Superman's just floating majestically straight up. Magneto, and they do the forward glide. Mm-hmm. That's the second option. But now imagine that cool Magneto pose. Look at it. You're seeing it right now. Look at me do it. Look at a fat guy doing it. It looks like shit.
Yeah, it does.
You got the pear shape and then the
Y legs.
Yeah. Why is he Y-legging it? He's not even putting any pressure on his feet.
But he's that fat. Like, he still has to support his gut.
God, no. Look, man. We got this, backward cone on the top and then the upright cone on the bottom shape. That neighborhood watch shape? It's that motherfucking thing floating in the air. Sucks, man.
Yeah,
it's not cool looking. Zero coolness.
I'm trying to think of any cool fat heroes, but you're
There
right.
is
There
no
isn't any.
cool fat heroes.
Damn.
And if you mention one, we're just gonna say he's not cool.
Yeah, he's not.
Even
cool.
if he's cool,
doesn't look cool.
it doesn't look cool. One, and compared to all the other heroes, he's super uncool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, earlier I kind of made a pseudo concession. Look, superheroes are kind of like bound to wear some sort of tight spandex-like material to show off the muscles. If you do that with a fat guy, all you're showing off is curves that shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
You know, some Lovecraftian Euclidean curvature. You know what I'm saying? So that's a bust right there. Okay, I made that concession earlier that some big chicks can actually pull off being pretty hot, curvaceous,
pretty hot. Damn.
Ironically, yes, pretty hot also. You know, but by the way, translations, closed captions to this are in hutties. But look, man. So some chicks could still be sexy looking as heroes. Now you might be thinking, oh, now you're putting the sex angle on it, the hot angle. Yes, again, heroes, male or female, they're supposed to be these ideal versions of what people think is like the peak.
Yeah, that's why you don't see any fat superheroes.
Yes, that's why you don't see any heathen looking heroes. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just because it's a chick. It's literally like, why do you think the dudes are always super muscular and have six packs and all that shit? It's because that's what like 99.9% of humanity is like. Yep, I'm all about that. You know, and there's the 0.1% that they're like milk mersing it up. They're like, no, I want the more rotund, which is cool. I'm not saying that's not cool. I'm just saying that 100,000% of the time,
it's not the case.
People are gonna be like, that just doesn't look good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure if I had a fat fetish, I'd still be like, nah, dude, don't be a hero because that looks like feast. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't look good. It does not. Look, I can tell you 100% as a fat guy trying to put together an outfit that looks cool is nigh impossible.
Yeah, I've pretty much given up at this point.
Yeah, as evidenced by this, and sometimes it's just like slop.
I have Confederate pants all the time.
Confederate pants, confirmed.
My underwear smell like weird roses. And
your underwear is just literally a patchwork of.
It really is.
Of rags.
Yep.
You know, it's weird. Taking them down from the clothesline, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not.
And they dry really fucking like burlap. Dry, you know?
They're rougher than freaking sandpaper, dude.
Fuck yeah, man.
My wiener's all like destroyed.
Could like sand down some limestone with them shits.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Anyway.
That's why I'm not a superhero. That's the only reason.
If I had a power, and obviously the option came up to be a hero, I can't do it, man. I can't put on an outfit, and I would, on the honest, just keep it on the low. Like I'm using my power here, but nobody knows. And if you saw it, I'd be like, no, you didn't see a fat guy do it. It was like a super cool dude.
It was that guy.
It was that guy.
You hire a guy just to follow you.
You know what? That would be cool. Like a super badass looking, I don't know, like Wesley Snipes in his prime or some shit. I feel like Wesley Snipes is just Blade now, so that maybe not that.
That's true.
You know, somebody in their prime that's awesome looking. I don't know. Christian Bale, I guess. He's too angry though.
He's not really cool looking either.
Yeah, he was great Batman, but come on now, weird looking.
Yeah, he's not a hot guy.
See, even men with chiseled physique sometimes are like, you shouldn't really be a hero. So it just meant up being a tub of guts.
Yeah, it's true.
And then, imagine, okay, look, man, spandex is really tight. And if it's around a curve, it tends to roll up.
Dude.
Imagine a hero flying around or just walking around. First of all, being sweaty as shit because that spandex is like up against the skin and there's no breathability. But then second, that shit just rolls up all of a sudden. Next thing you know, you're seeing sweaty man titties. God forbid it should roll down and you see the nethers or the gut covering them.
It would just be the ass.
Damn,
like that's the thing with fat people.
Fat guys always picking up their pants because the ass is virtually part of the orb-like body.
Yeah.
So there is no ass. It just kind of blends into this spherical shape.
Yeah.
It's not a good situation. So add spandex to that. Damn, and then
I mean,
the legs, the little boots would look all out of sorts.
I think you're focusing a lot on the spandex. There's other kinds of suits.
Leather.
Imagine
leather.
I was about to say, but it's
terrible.
still the same thing.
A tactical suit.
It's not good.
A tactical suit is supposed to move and still cover you with all this, like Kevlar and shit, like that armor, maybe, Imagine that shit stretched over a fat dude. You'd have all these blind spots. Just stab him there.
Imagine like Punisher in that. It's sucky. It's just like a fat edgelord guy.
Yeah, man. Imagine me in a Punisher vest. First of all, the vest would be like up here.
Yeah.
My gut would still protrude. And, the little skull would be like tiny.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't look good, man.
All crooked and shit.
Second, target, gut.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a single superhero costume that exists that befits a large individual. And second, if they make one, you're making an excuse at that point. You've reconstructed something to try to, you've retrofitted something.
Yeah.
And guess what? It still doesn't work.
Still not good. I feel like the only way it would work is if you go to the extremes and just have like a freaking straight up sumo running around and like his freaking gross ass legs are all like, dark and shit.
Why are they dark?
Dude, I was seeing this video with like sumos. Don't ask why. Don't ask why.
Getting your sumo watch?
Yeah, I was getting my sumon. And then one of the sumos, which of course was the American sumo, which, by the way, if you're an American sumo, you're just looking for an excuse to be obese. You don't need one. You're American. Anyway, this homie had like the friction.
Oh, I thought you meant his entire legs were dark.
No, dude, that shit was like super dark. And
friction, darkness in between the legs. Yeah, that wouldn't look good.
Looked like straight up like freaking sandpaper. I was like, gross, dude. You can put a pants on.
I once watched a sumo fight or whatever the fuck it's called. What is it, like a sumo
match?
Match, yeah, okay. I once a sumo match. The sumo's let's not lie. If you're American and you watch if you're American
what is it?
I'm about to lay down some facts. All right. If you're American and you're watching a sumo fight, you're watching it hoping
the diaper rips off. Yes, obviously.
Yes, you're watching it hoping that somebody's diaper falls off, man.
That's true.
And so I was watching a shit ton of sumo fights, and finally it happened.
Oh no!
It was great. It was so worth the boring ass matches.
So like, I feel like this is the only way it would work, and it would just be because it's. Dude, this guy's just straight up naked, basically. He didn't even bother to make a suit.
The villains don't even get to do anything. Yeah. They're just like, I don't want to see that.
Like, dude.
All right, we'll stop. Chill, man.
It's not good. Your freaking legs. Put some cream on them shits.
What about a massive muumuu? Just imagine like this comet-like piece of fabric flying through the sky.
Damn, you know what? I kind of like that. That's kind of cool.
Oh, man. They can't do the superhero land because if they do, everything's going to break.
Yeah.
Definitely their knees.
Ankles.
Knees are either super calloused or they're just shattered to bits. So, it's just not, it's not meant to be. That's what I'm getting at. I don't want to see it. As a fat guy, I don't want to see it ever. You know what I'm saying? If by chance someone creates a fat superhero that I actually like, I can only assume that it's so comedically over the over the top that's the only way it could work. I could never take a serious approach to a fat guy being a superhero.
I feel like I could, like, if he's cool enough. Like, I unfortunately I can't think of any cool fat guys.
But he would just, but he would have to be plain clothes. I'm saying in terms of the look of the superhero.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was trying to get at. Like, even if he had a suit, I would be like, he's cool, but I'm definitely never buying anything of his, like, merch-wise.
Yeah.
He looks like ass, dude.
Plain clothes could work. A plain clothes superhero fat guy could work. Because every fat person across the globe would understand, you gotta wear the plain clothes.
You can't wear that shit.
You can't be wearing no fucking latex.
Imagine like the mid-90s, like the Image era, those suits on a fat guy.
Damn, all those pouches.
Shit, homie.
It's just a fat sack.
They're not pouches.
That's not a pouch, homeboy.
Just longhas.
Oh, I like your pouches, bro. Pouches?
That's where I keep my Cheetos. But it's still not a pouch. It's a fat thing.
What do you got? What do you got in those? What do you got in those massive ass pouches? My tits? What are you talking about? Yeah, they hide their weapons underneath their longhas. They got like a fucking
infinite arsenal.
Oh, it's a fucking black hole in there.
Yeah, it smells really bad though. All the guns, like he's the armorer for the team. He's constantly handing out guns, and everybody's like, no.
He's like, guys, why don't you ever use my guns? Stinky.
Slimy.
Hey, look, we didn't want to tell you, but you gotta clean those before you hand them out, homeboy.
Shit's slimy, dude.
Anyway, how would you think that they could actually sell visually a fat superhero? I'm talking the look here. We already established civilian could work. Could, feasibly. But I'm talking the look here. The look we expect. Like the suit. You know? Do you think it could be done? Let us know in the comments down below. In the meantime, hit like, share, subscribe, and those notification buttons. And guess we're out.